I feel like we've already been here almost a half an hour too long already. But I want to clarify some things. We're going to talk about a thing that we all are very aware of and we need to think about more of. It's called life. Life. I've heard it said that life is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and it has its downs, you know. I've heard people say life is like a game. I've heard people say that life is like a beach. I've heard people make all kinds of statements about life. These are all what you call metaphors. Metaphors are something that sounds like or talks about what something is actually like. So we're going to deal with metaphors today. The subject is very simple. The metaphor of life. The metaphor of life. I would like us to turn today to the book of Psalms. Number 24. Psalms 24.
What page?
What page? Psalms 24. Depends on what book you have. Psalms 24. What does verse number 1 say?
The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein.
Now, let us all get there and let's read that one more time. I want us to understand something. This will help us a whole lot. Psalms 24 and verse number 1. Let's read it one more time. What does it say? The earth is the Lord's,
And the fullness
thereof. The world
and they
and they
that
that dwell therein. Let's talk about a thing called life. Now you want to get activated. Now you want to act like so. You were so relaxed before. You were so calm. You didn't even want to sit in the chair. Now you want to move around. This is not that. I see you, David. You think you're sneaking in like I don't see. I see you too, bruh. I know what's really going on. I know what y'all doing. It's a conspiracy. But we're not going to stop. Life. Life is very simple. Life is made up of 3 things. Not a beach. Not a roller coaster. Not a game. Life is made up of 3 things. Children of God, you need to understand this. This will help you a lot. It'll put your perspective in the right way. 3 things. Life is, first of all, life is a test. No. Y'all really ain't hearing me. Life is a test. Life is a test. Life is, shut your mouth, boy. Leroy, say one more statement, and I'm going to put you outside. All right? You're not a child. You're a grown man. You should know better.
Gotta quit.
That may have been it. Have mercy. All right. Life is a test. Now see, that was my test. That was my test. Did you realize that was my test? That was to see if I'm going to honor God or not. Because I refuse to let any spirit manifest itself and be more important than the Spirit of God. Any demonic spirit that would raise its head to try to show itself as if it has some type of special privilege. These are all just distractions, people of God. But life is a test. Understand it's a test to check you out. Everything you say, everything you do is weighed by the Almighty God. Life is a test. Let's get into that real bit. We said the earth is the Lord's, correct? That means everything that we have belongs to God. If everything we have belongs to God, that was part of somebody's testimony today. They had no idea where I was going on this. If everything belongs to God, then what's your problem about what belongs to God? I understand something about me. Because I know it's a test. I know I'm being tried all the time. I know every word that I say and every act that I do is going to be weighed before the Almighty God. And there is no easy way out of this. He said, be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that means what I allow to come through my vessel, what I say or do, that shall I also reap. There's a price to be paid for the things that I do. That's the reason why y'all missed, because really, there's some beautiful scriptures quoted here earlier. I love the first one. It was in Isaiah, 59th chapter, verse number 11. What it said was, but ultimately, I have sworn in my wrath that they will not enter into my rest. In other words, they ain't gonna make it. I have a city called heaven that I promised to his people if they're willing to be faithful. If I said, if you be willing and obedient, you should eat the good of the land. But guess what? If you're not willing, you're not obedient, guess what? You'll never eat the good of the land. And he's not talking about altogether here. There's another city called heaven. We sometimes don't understand the nature of the test that we're going through on a regular basis. How we allow things to distract us that are really unimportant. And I say it again. Kids are kids. They're going to do kids. Just don't let the kids distract you to the point where you miss out of your blessing. Because you will. You come here for these few minutes every single week to receive something from heaven. Hopefully you've been reading. Hopefully you've been praying. Hopefully God has spoken to you and given you enough to let you know that you really can't afford to give enemy even a second of your time. What I have found out is if you give Satan a second of your time, you'll miss out. You don't know the word that's going to be spoken that could change your whole life. Change your direction. I've seen way too many times phone calls come to me that have changed what I was going to do for the whole day. One situation will arise, one thing will come up and will change my whole world. Don't be deceived. God ain't playing with nobody. He's not playing with you. You are not a joke. You may act like a joke. You may allow yourself to be deceived, but you're doing it yourself. Because God's not playing. Life is a test. Do you realize the tests are set for certain specific things? Now we're going to go through this. You know, tests are primarily to develop character. Who knows what character is? Who has an idea what character is? Anybody have an idea what character is? Yes, ma'am. What's character?
It's who you are.
It's who you are. Baby, you weren't here when I said I gave you the saying. Let's see, out of the mouths of babes and something will praise be perfected. That's right, out of the mouths of babes. Wow, that's who you are. Get a high five on that. You don't know who's sitting around you. You have no clue what's in the room right now. Brilliance is in the room, but you don't even know it. Character. Tests are designed to do what? Test our faith. What is faith? Anybody know what faith is? Question and answer period. Who knows what faith is? Who knows what faith is? Anybody know what faith is? Nobody knows. Nobody in the whole room knows what faith is? What's faith, man? Faith is your future? Well, no, faith is.
She's thinking faith.
That's what faith is. Faith is proof. It's evidence. So tests come to try your faith. What else do tests come for? They come to test your obedience. Anybody know what obedience means? Yes, what does obedience mean, sir? To be good. I like the way you said that. Anybody know what obedience means? Well, what does obedience mean? Do what you're told.
Obey.
Very good. That was 2 amens in a row. Amen, amen. But obey what? Right. God. And anything short of God, we miss it. So please understand that when you receive instruction, it needs to be from on high. Because many of us have been to school before and heard many things in class.